Fashion Brand Founders. This is the August 2024 Fashion Net results, where I share some of the results that we've gotten in August for some of the fashion brands we work with, just their numbers, just to show you that number one, we practice what we preach, and to show you the variety of results that we get, which I will go into why that is. Now, some notes in context. Fall is rolling in. People are coming out from the holiday. No other major holidays between now and Q4, which equals massive scale, which is great. And ad strategy. So our ad strategy is getting new customers at top of funnel. So here is a quick drawing to visualize this. Right? Imagine this funnel. There's typically 3 parts. There's top, middle, bottom. And we focus on top because there's infinitely more strangers than existing customers for any single brand, unless you're LVMH, which is completely different. And so that's where all the money is. Now, I think it even still applies to LVMH. Anyway, so we spend 96% of our ad spend on average on top of funnel because that's where all the growth and the money is, right? Not here, not here. Now, ad strategy. So when I say case by case basis, depending on the brand, some brands they prefer, let's say, more aggressive growth. So they're like, okay, they're okay with ROAS being lower, but as long as they're profitable and they're growing and pushing volume, that's all they care about. They just like spend more, push more volume as long as we're profitable. Keep scaling, keep growing. Some other brands, they prefer not to be as aggressive and they want more steadily growth. So perhaps the ROAS would be a bit higher and they're still growing, but they're not as aggressive as the counterpart, right? So I'm going to show you examples right now in the results. So for example, this one, right? So you can see the top right, August 1st to 31st, 2024. Here we spent 20.2K, 5.9 ROAS at 119K return. So this one is actually all top of funnel ads, and the AOV is a couple $100s and more, which explains the high ROAS. So these guys, they want more steady profitable growth, which is what we're doing. So every single month we just grow steadily. Now here's the opposite. So here we spent 78.4K. We got a 2.31 ROAS at 181K return. This is just on Meta. We do the Google as well. So we spend well over 6 figures a month with them. So you can see, like, mostly people will be like, hey, 2.31, like, that's very low ROAS, that's very bad, yada, yada. But actually, like, this brand, like, their revenue, like, doubles every single year. And we massively scale them to over 4 million in 2 years. We help them scale them, right? Because we're not just solely responsible for the whole business. And part of a lot of the sales and growth came from ads because, number one, they're like, hey, as long as we're profitable, just keep pushing volume and keep spending, which is what we're doing here. So 2.31 may look bad, but in reality, it's profitable and it's growing the business a lot, right? Because I can easily increase this ROAS to like, let's say, I don't know, 5, like 6, 7, 8, whatever, magical number, by just retargeting more at middle and bottom of funnel. But here I barely spent this one, barely spent anything on retargeting and remarketing. So it's all mostly focused on aggressive top funnel growth, which explains why the ROAS can be below, but as long as it's profitable, we just keep growing. And which explains why their business is able to grow year on year on year at this rate. Because we're getting new people into the business, new customers, right? So they're not really focusing on, hey, let's retarget more and get more high ROAS, cool, oh, wow. We're like, hey, let's focus on what really matters, growth and new customers, which is what we're doing. And they want to be more aggressive with it, which is fine. Now, here's another one. We spent 26.8K at a 6.37 ROAS at 171K return. So this one, again, more steadily profitable growth. Now, here's another one. This one we spent 31.6K at a 2.66 ROAS at an 84K return. Now, this brand also is the same, let's say, approach to this one, where, hey, as long as numbers are profitable, just keep spending and keep growing and keep getting new customers. Like this one, right? Now, here's another one. Here we spent 39.8K, 8.25 ROAS at a 329K return. This is actually the only bottom of funnel campaign is actually this one. And the reason we have like around 5K spend there is like their AOV is like $500 to $700 and more. So this one requires a bit more on the retargeting, right? But the rest is just all top of funnel. The rest is all top of funnel, and you see how come there's no conversion on this one? Well, this is their storeroom because they have a physical store. So that's why we run. That's why we run this campaign. But these are like just from straight off on the website, right? And they're also in season now based on the demographic, which explains why the ROAS is higher, right? But as we go, this will obviously increase. I mean, the spend and increases in the spend and the return. Lastly, here we have 23.4K spend, 3.24 ROAS at a 76K return. Again, this is the steadily profitable growth approach that people that they want, right? Instead of the very aggressive growth. So that pretty much wraps up some of the August 2024 results that we get. Typically, I show about 5 to 6 to show you a good variety of like different approaches and different case by case basis. So yeah, that wraps it up. If you want to see more of these monthly videos, I mean, you can scroll back to see like previous months so you can see the consistency and more other results. All right, but until the next time, we'll see you in the September 2024 fashion ad results.